Chapter 52. Of the countenance, and gesture, the habit, and figure of the body, and to what stars any of these do answer, whence physiognomy, and metapiscopy, and chiromancy, arts of divination, have their grounds. The countenance, gesture, the motion, setting, and figure of the body, being accidental to us, conduce to the receiving of celestial gifts, and expose us to the superior bodies, and produce certain effects in us, no otherwise than in Heliba, which when thou gatherest, if thou pullest the leaf upward, it draws the humours upward, and causeth vomiting, if downward, it causeth purging, by drawing the humour downward. How much also the countenance, gesture, do affect the sight, imagination, and animal spirit, no man is ignorant. So they that couple for generation, for the most part are wont to make an impression on the children that are then begotten, of that countenance which they themselves then form, or imagine. So a mild, and cheerful countenance of a prince in the city, makes the people joyful, but fierce, and sad, terrifies them. So the gesture, and countenance of any one lamenting, doth easily move to pity. So the shape of an amiable person, doth easily excite to love. Thou must know that such like gestures, and figures, as harmonies of the body do expose it no otherwise to the celestials, than odours, and the spirit of a medicine, and internal passions do the soul. For as medicines, and passions of the mind are by certain dispositions of the heaven increased, so also the gesture, and motion of the body do get an efficacy by certain influences of the heavens. For there are gestures resembling Saturn, which are melancholy, and sad, as our beating of the breast, striking of the head, also such as are religious, as the bowing of the knee, and a fixed look downwards, as of one praying, also weeping, and such like, as are used by an austere, and saturnine man, such an one as the satirist describes, saying, with hang-down head, with eyes fixed to the ground, his raging words bites in, and muttering sound he doth express with pouting, lips dash a cheerful, and honest countenance, a worshipful gesture, clapping of the hands, as of one rejoicing, and praising, also the bending of the knee, with the head lifted up, as of one that is worshipping, are ascribed to Jupiter. A sour, fierce, cruel, angry, rough countenance, and gesture, are ascribed to Mars. Solari are honorable, and courageous, gestures, and countenances, also walkings abroad, bending of the knee, as of one honoring a king with one knee. Venereal, are dances, embraces, laughters, amiable, and cheerful countenances. Mercurial are inconstant, quick, variable, and such like gestures, and countenances. Lunary are such as are movable, poisonful, and childish, and the like. And as we have spoke of gestures, so also are the shapes of men distinct. For Saturn bespeaks a man to be of a black, and yellowish color, lean, crooked, of a rough skin, great veins, hairy all over his body, little eyes, of a frowning forehead, of a thin beard, great lips, eyes intent upon the ground, of a heavy gait, striking his feet together as he walks, crafty, witty, a seducer, and murderous. Jupiter signifies a man to be of a pale color, darkish red, a handsome body, good stature, bold, of great ease, not black altogether, large pupil, short nostrils, not equal, great teeth before, curled hair, of good disposition, and manners. Mars makes a man red, of a red hair, round face, yellowish eyes, of a terrible, and sharp looks, bold, jocund, proud, crafty. The Sun makes a man of a tawny color, betwixt yellow and black, dashed, with red, of a short stature, yet of a handsome body, without much hair, and curled, of yellow eyes, wise, faithful, desirous of praise. Venus signifies a man to be tending towards blackness, but more white, with mixture of red, of a handsome body, a fair, and round face, fair hair, fair eyes, the blackness whereof is more intense, of good manners, and honest love, also kind, patient, and jocund. Mercury signifies a man not much white, or black, of a long face, high forehead, fair eyes, not black, to have a straight, and long nose, thin beard, long fingers, to he ingenious, a subtle inquisitor, turncoat, and subject to many fortunes. The moon signifies a man to be in color white, mixed with a little red, of a fair stature, round face, with some marks in it, eyes not fully black, frowning forehead, also kind, gentle, sociable. The signs also, and faces of signs have their figures, and shapes, which he that would know, must seek them out in books of astrology. Lastly, upon these figures, and gestures, physiognomy, and metapiscopy, arts of divination do depend, also chiromancy, foretelling future events, not as causes, but as signs through like effects, caused by the same cause. And although these divers kinds of divinations may seem to be done by inferior, and weak signs, yet the judgments of them are not to be slighted, or condemned, when prognostication is made by them, not out of superstition, but by reason of the harmonical correspondency of all the parts of the body. Whosoever therefore doth the more exactly imitate the celestial bodies, either in nature, study, action, motion, gesture, countenance, passions of the mind, and opportunity of the season, is so much the more like to the heavenly bodies, and can receive larger gifts from them,